ensures Israel's security over the long term. The purpose of my visit today has been to continue to build on this progress, to ensure that that ceasefire sticks and is fully enforced, to capitalize on the opportunity of the fall of Assad for a better future for the people of Syria, while vigilantly managing the risks that come with the change in Syria, including the possibility and the risk that terrorist groups like ISIS are able to take advantage and create new threats against the United States, Israel, and other countries in the region and around the world. To continue pressure on Iran while remaining vigilant against the continuing threat from Iran, including the threat from its nuclear program. And President Biden remains committed to the simple proposition that the United States of America will never permit Iran to acquire a nuclear weapon. And to build on all that we've done, we're now looking to close a hostage release deal and a ceasefire, which would stop the war and reunite hostages with their families. Just over 1 year ago, we reached a deal that brought 78 hostages out of Gaza and home to their families. It's time to finish the job and bring all of the hostages home. Before departing Washington, I once again met with the families of the American hostages still held in Gaza. I made a commitment to them, the same commitment that I've made every time I've met with them, that I will do everything in my power to try to bring their loved ones home, to do my best to help them see their loved ones again. I had them in mind today when I met with Prime Minister Netanyahu, Minister Dermer, and the security team to try to bring us closer to a deal. And from here, I plan to travel to Doha and then on to Cairo to continue to advance this effort. A ceasefire and hostage deal would start bringing those hostages home. It would also allow for a massive surge in humanitarian assistance. We discussed the humanitarian situation and the suffering of Palestinian civilians in Gaza today. We discussed recent steps taken to increase the flow of much-needed assistance and further steps that need to be taken in the days ahead. It is an American commandment and a Jewish commandment that every innocent life has value. I have previously quoted a poem that means a great deal to my family, a poem from John Donne, which says, "Any man's death diminishes me because I am involved in mankind." That is the spirit that the United States has brought to this conflict, to stand up strongly in the defense of the state of Israel and try to reduce suffering of innocent people wherever they may be. We are now in the midst of a political transition. I have been engaging my successor, the incoming National Security Advisor, in a professional and serious way on all of the issues that affect the state of Israel, the threats and the opportunities. And we've had good discussions, constructive and substantive discussions, and those will continue to ensure that there is a smooth handoff on January 20th. There's also something else important in those discussions, which is that it is my personal commitment to ensure that the U.S.-Israel partnership rests on a solid bipartisan foundation going forward. And I'm going to continue to do everything I can to contribute to that because I believe it is in my country's interest and the interest of the state of Israel. So thank you for bearing with me as I set the context for my visit today, report on some of the things we discussed and the current events, and I will be happy to take your questions. Yeah. Michelle.
Do you get the sense that Netanyahu is waiting for Trump to reach a hostage deal? And if so, do you think the hostages can survive till then?
I believe that every day brings increasing risk, which is why there's such urgency to try to get this deal. Obviously, we've seen the tragic death of hostages since the massacres of October 7th and over the course of the past 15 months conflict. So as soon as we can close this deal, we should close this deal in the interests of bringing those hostages home. The answer to your first question is no, I do not get that sense. I got the sense today from the Prime Minister. He's ready to do a deal. And when I go to Doha and Cairo, my goal will be to put us in a position to be able to close this deal this month, not later. Now, we've been close before and haven't gotten there, so I can't make any promises or predictions to you. But I wouldn't be here today if I thought this thing was just waiting till after January 20th. I am here today because I believe every day matters, and we're going to use every day we have to try to close the deal as soon as we possibly can. Yeah.